Now, question from electrostatic. It's a board question. Now, what are polar dielectric and non-polar dielectric, which was asked in March 2022 for 2 marks. Next is, what do you mean by polar molecule and non-polar molecules? Give one example each. This question was asked in October 2013 for 2 marks. Now, recently, a question is asked in July 2023 examination for 1 mark. Categorize the following into polar and non-polar dielectrics. And the example is H2O and CO2. Now, let's see the solution of this question. First thing, you remember here one thing, polar molecule. You can see an example of polar molecule. So it is HCl and H2O. So you can see structure of HCl, structure of H2O, they are polar. And here, structure of H2 and CO2, they are non-polar. Now, what is polar and non-polar that we discuss here? Basically, dielectric is a non-conducting material in which there is no free electron. Now, it is classified into 2 categories, polar dielectric material and non-polar, or polar molecules and non-polar molecules. So basically, polar means in which center of gravity of positive nuclei and revolving electron not coinciding. So you know that in atoms, basically central part is nucleus in which positive charges, protons are lying, and negative charges, electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Now here, when the structure of HCl we can see, so in hydrogen negative charges are there, in chlorine negative charges are there. Both the negative charges having one center of gravity, as well as the hydrogen and chlorine lying some protons, their center of gravity, they are not coinciding. So center of gravity of positive charges, total positive charge and total negative charges not coincide, then it is coming under the polar molecule. Now here, so some more example, you can see HCl, H2O, N2O, these are the examples. Now after that, non-polar molecules. Non-polar means, you know that here non-polar is what? CO2, H2, here you can see a structure. Non-polar means opposite to that. Here, it is not coinciding. The center of gravity of positive and negative charges not coinciding, but here in non-polar it is coinciding. So here, center of gravity of positive and negative charges coincide. Then it is called as non-polar molecules. Example, O2, H2, CO2, etc. Now here, you can see a structure here. In a recent examination, they asked to categorize H2 and CO2 under this polar and non-polar. So you remember H2 is polar and CO2 is non-polar.